Hello and welcome back to the Movie Memo Recaps. Today we are going to recap a 2023 movie named Mother's Day. Keep alert, spoilers incoming. The movie opens with some gangsters bullying a lady as Nina Nowak is at the supermarket for some beer. She proceeds to the counter and asks for 6 beer cans and later move to head home. She passes on the gangsters bullying the ladies but suddenly move back and warn them to leave the ladies alone. She then walks away peacefully but suddenly one of the gangsters approaches her and confront her. Nina suddenly hits him with a beer can and the others attack her, hence Nina hitting a second one. A third man engages her with a blade but she manages to hit him down after a short scuffle. The gangsters decide to attack her all at once and the fight gets tense. She hits some of them fearlessly though they also manage to put up a challenge. While the fight is still ongoing, they hear the police sirens and decide to run away, taking their injured colleagues Oswell. Nina stands up Oswell and move back home where she sits with a lot of thoughts and drink her beer. Later on she is at work at a scrapyard where she lives a lonely life. We get introduced to Max, who is on a skateboard heading back home. Upon reaching home, his foster parents surprise him with a simple birthday party though Nina is stalking them with binoculars. Her old soldier friend named Igor approaches her and warns her not to stalk the family. It is revealed that Nina is ex-NATO Special Operations agent who worked with Igor. Nina is Max's biological mother, and seems unhappy with how Max is being raised by his foster parents, who she says are spoiling him. Igor tells her not to worry because Max is fine. They break into a cemetery where Nina is presumed dead, and she complains on how the agency they worked for doesn't care about her grave. Back home she spends time watching Max's videos and seems happy with the foster family he lives with. One night while on his way back home, Max gets attacked by some gangsters who tried to kidnap him, but he manages to flee. He runs to find a possible way back home but bumps into the same gangsters who hit him and drag him into a van. In the morning while preparing herself, Nina receives notifications and on checking the laptop she learns of Max's kidnap. She instantly moves out and drives as fast as she can to head to the town where she shocks Igor with her sudden appearance. She informs him about the situation and Igor having some connections in the police, Nina requests him to get for her any related information. She then breaks into the foster home where Max stays to check inside his room for any lead. While still checking out, she realizes that the foster parents are back. The woman notices Max's room open and nearly moves inside to check out but suddenly gives up. Nina meets with Igor, who managed to get a recording from the police evidence locker. It is revealed that the kidnappers know about Nina and even knew that Max is her son. She wonders how they managed to find out since most of the people know that she is dead. The scene jumps to an agency who are tracking the gangsters, and a Polish woman named Diplomat heads the regime and helps in laundering their money. Another one named Woltemirs is also linked to Diplomat Oswell as Titus, who is in human trafficking. And all the three together with another drug lord have been funding the regime that tortures and kills its people. Nina gets the footage of Max's kidnap and notices a symbol on the van. Igor informs her that they work for Wolto, who is a great cartel in all the illegal activities in the cities. Igor informs her that Wolto's partners are the ones behind Max's kidnap. At one of the warehouses of the gangsters, one guy delivers less money after the drop. The gang leader gets informed and drag him outside to punish him to act as a lesson. While hitting him, Nina shows up and confront him asking for Max. She holds his nose, bringing about a scuffle in which she gets thrown inside. The fight breaks out inside and Nina engages all the gangsters, portraying the female John Wick version skills. Regardless of the number of the gangsters, Nina manages to dispatch most of them before getting knocked down. She continues with the fight and hit down more 2 men before approaching the gang leader, who informs her that Titus is the one holding Max. She drives as fast as she can to Titus's location where human trafficking is already taking place. Titus approaches one of the transportation trucks with some dead bodies and orders his men to clean it up. Outside, Nina witnesses everything and afterwards moves inside where she notices the dead bodies in the truck. Wolto is the one in charge of collecting the cash, and it is revealed that he killed his own father to become the head of the organization. Shortly he receives a call from the Polish cartels who inquire about their package. On the other hand, Nina has attacked Titus's camp, bringing about a fight in search of Max, who he meets at last. Shortly she gets hit down by Titus, whose men are dead. He calls Wolto to inform him about the situation, as Nina on the other hand is tied with Max. She notices a stick with a nail which she uses to untie herself, though Wolto has arrived at Titus's place. Shockingly, upon checking where they left the captives, they realize that they escaped already, which gives Wolto a sudden headache. Nina and Max are driving away, and Max, not knowing that she is her mother, he asks what's going on. Not trusting her, he attempts to escape, but Nina stops him and warns him that he could get them both killed, yet she is the only chance he has to stay alive. They move to a hideout bunker belonging to Nina and promise him that he could be safe there. Wolto is asking Titus how a woman managed to beat them all, which ruined their business with the Polish cartels. Disappointed with his mistakes, Wolto electroshocks Titus to punish him and order his gang to collect all the cash in the place. He orders some of them to check the security footage and later call Diplomat to inform her about the current situation. She approaches her son, who happens to be playing chess alone, and show him the footage of Nina so that he traces her. Nina tends to her wounds and Max provides her with some first aid equipments. While having dinner, Max requests to call her foster parents, but Nina stops him because someone would trace the phone. Max feels unhappy and decides to reject the meal, throwing the plates in her face. Igor is with his daughter, who is about to head to college and has come to say goodbye to him because she stays with her mom, who divorced Igor. Igor feels sad with her departure, as he notices her happy with the family she stays with. This frustrates him, but shortly he receives a call from Nina, who requests him to call Max's foster parents, that they are coming. She informs him that she is at her bunker where she and Max are preparing to sleep. Max fails to sleep, hence calling his foster parents, but Nina senses something and finds him on the phone. She breaks it that they would trace them, though Max shouts in fury that he wants to leave. Nina informs him that she knows his real father, which captures his attention. She tells him that his father was killed by the agency they worked for and they wanted to kill her as well. She hands him a box with more information, but shortly senses incoming danger. She hides him and also hide before the gangsters break in and start to shoot rapidly at the whole place. Shortly Nina moves out of her hiding spot and engages the gangsters and manages to kill them both. She then moves outside with a gun and shoots at the gangsters outside, who were caught unaware. They disperse, though she wipes out some of them, but when she runs to hide she gets shot on the shoulder. She manages to move inside as they pursue her, but she slides down and hides from them. She pulls one of them and stabs a second with a blade in the head before shooting a third one. Surprisingly, Max checks the details in the box, though the gangsters are still pursuing Nina. Shortly the fight begins again down in the basement, and Nina continues to dispatch the gangsters. Max notices the photos of his parents, and realizes Nina is his mother, though the fight is still ongoing. Nina manages to put down all the gangsters that attacked her, only to be left with Wolto himself. A fight breaks out between them as Wolto uses tasers to electroshock Nina, which weakens her, making Wolto happy. While mocking her, she stabs him in the leg and starts to strangle him, not until when she kills him. Tired after the non-stop fights, she notices Max, who instead runs away. The police moves to Wolto's place and collect the cash and leave, though Diplomat's son witnessed them and call his mother. While returning home, Max falls into the bad hands again. Injured Nina takes the bullet out of herself and tends to her wounds. She moves to the foster family to check if Max returned, but gets unconscious. They give her some treatment, and when she gains conscious she asks Max's whereabouts. She stops them from calling the police because it would only make the matters worse. Shortly Nina receives a call from Diplomat, who has Max and even put Max over the phone for proof of possession. Diplomat wants the money that the police took and tasks Nina to get it back to her in exchange for Max. Nina tells the foster family that she would bring Max back and move on to meet Igor. She informs him that she wants help in moving inside the police to collect the money from the evidence locker. Igor wonders if she is willing to kill the officers, but promises to get for her the schematics of the building. Nina moves out of the car to leave, but Igor suddenly knocks her out. It is revealed that Igor is part of the team that stole the money, and they plan to bury her alive. Two of them take her for the burial, but suddenly untie her to dig her own grave. They mock her as she digs the grave, but back on the truck Igor's partner shockingly gets killed, and it is revealed that it's Nina. Igor tries to drive away with the cash truck, but Nina shoots at it until when the tire gets punctured. Igor runs out and Nina runs to pursue him, but the truck explodes and the cash splashes in the air. She lets Igor go and moves to meet Diplomat with the only cash she managed to collect. Diplomat thinks for a while, pointing a gun at Nina, wondering if she is hiding the other money. Suddenly she decides to let them go and order for the release of Max. Nina and Max are on the way, leaving though with a lot of thoughts, but shortly their car gets knocked by Igor. After some time Igor gains conscious and tries to shoot them dead. They manage to move out of the car, though Igor starts to hunt them so that he finishes them. he tries to shoot them but the gun is empty, hence Nina attacking him. He tries to get another gun but Max holds him, giving Nina a chance to hit him down and put him on gunpoint. Igor pleads that he was doing it for his daughter but Nina clicks the gun though it is empty. Max tells her to let him go and she punches him down. She takes Max back to the foster family but feels sad as she leaves. Later on she hears someone on the door and moves to check and it's Max who has come to visit her. She welcomes him inside and the two sit to have dinner with Nina feeling happy having such a moment. He asks her about his dad, but he hears someone else on the door yet she wasn't expecting someone. She opens the door and it happens to be her mom who informs her that she heard about her troubles bringing the movie to the end. Thanks for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more of these recaps. Until next time, have a nice day.